Welcome back. I got another final table commentary from the Scoop 2021 series. Got a 530 turbo PKO. Who do we got here today? Prof Hitman, 60 big blinds. Thean Leao, very strong player, 30 big blinds. Valuku and Valaco, 14 bigs. One of our shorties in here today. A6, holy shit, getting crazy. Look at 4-8 though. Whoa, Thean Leao has a read. Prof 8 is going to be opening way too wide. That's fun to see. Yes, this is going to be a very crazy final table. King Jack for getting pwned. 66 bigs under the gun. They're going to raise it on up. And look at Prof Hitman right away. 3-bet. 1.8 million. Super small. Ace high board. Prof Hitman will like this. Getting pwned is not going to like it. Unfortunately, gets pwned on that hand. We also got Epilov. 61 bigs. Sorry for the shitty joke, by the way. Sorry about that. So that's a pretty crazy start to this final table. Prof Hitman showing us that he's not afraid of nothing. Flex with 14 bigs. Raise up blind, our shortest shorty. 11 big blinds. Plate with 15. Valhenio with 20. I'm going to get started quickly with a prediction because I imagine chips are going to fly around quickly. Based off what we've seen so far, Thean Leao is one of my favorite picks. But unfortunately, they're just a little bit too short for me to pick them. I'm going with Prof Hitman. We're going to see some absolutely crazy action here. 8-4-0 on the button, that's a good sign. Then the Queen 10 3-bet, super small. It's for like 2.5 big blinds or something. We're going to see the action from Prof Hitman. Valhenio with Ace 10 suited is going to raise it from under the gun +1. And he's going to get it through. I think Valhenio is also a good pick because they have position on 3 of the shortest short stacks. They got aces there, but I imagine there's going to be a lot of getting pwned opens. Valhenio will be in the big blind. Hopefully they're able to take advantage of this sort of situation with the King 9. You could see them folding on some street. Ace will make it much harder now. Getting pwned, puts in another tiny bet. The King 9 still plays. 7 on the river won't change anything. Check, check, King 9 is good. That's fun to see, Valhenio. Epilov with the old King. Vuku and Valaco thought about it there for a second. Surely they were just had their eyes away from the screen. Look at Prof Hitman. Oh my lord. 3-7-0 we're defending. Flopping a pair. Ace on the turn. Bet and a quick call. Epilov will check on the river. Prof Hitman loses a nice pot there. Funny to see. Oh no, Vuku and Valaco. Okay, his 8s aren't dead. Epilov with aces is going to call. Then Valhenio with ace king. What do you do? I say all in myself. Valhenio. Thinking about trying to find a fold. He does lay it down. Ace high board. Doesn't matter about the 8 on the river. That's a darn shame for Valuku and Valaco. Raise up blind. Ripping in ace king. Prof Hitman with jacks. Let's go bounty hunting. It is a weird spot. Do you want to go all in or just call? He jams. Hold. No spade. No spade. Oh shit. Alright. Well, nothing you can do about that. Losing the flip. He flopped the flush draw. We had to sweat it, but Prof Hitman did not sweat it. What a stupid sentence. This Prof Hitman is betting middle pair. Luckily for them, they didn't get check raised on the flop. Diamonds complete on the turn and also pairs the board. Prof Hitman gonna lose another pot here. Probably goes check check on the river. Oh, what if he turns the 9 into a bluff though? Nope, not gonna happen. Doesn't make much sense to. That one will get through for Prof Hitman. We'll take that. We'll take those blinds. Down to 34 bigs for our hero, but that's fine. Still ahead of many players. 5 in fact. Sitting in 3rd place. Certainly wanted to get a bounty there, but or get some bounties. We got the opportunity still. As ace jack puts in the 3-bet. Ace king thinking about 4-betting. What size do we go? Small 3-bet, so we see a small 4-bet. Just a little bit over 10 blinds. You don't see that too often. Uh-oh. I don't like the prospects of this one. Getting pwned. Limps in this time with ace-jack. That's interesting. I suppose because plate and flex are super short and could raise all in. Well, this is a good start to our hand, isn't it? As we'll move away from that broken sentence. Just pretend it didn't happen. Ace 8 will stab on the turn and get it through. Jacks for Thean, or no, 9s for Thean Layout. A Jack 9 for Prof. Turning a straight draw. Jack on the river will do. Nice. Our hero stole a pot away there from Thean. A bet at any point. No, not on the turn. It wouldn't have got the job done. Nice. Prof Hitman makes another pair. Oh no. Eplov makes a wheel. Prof needs just the 5. Uh-oh. Huge pot. Don't do it, Prof. He does like the quick calls. Hopefully you find the long tank and fold this time. That's 6.5 million chips. Oh shit. I mean, nice bet by Eplov. You sucked him in. Just like that, Prof at 17 big blinds. Raise up blind, taking the ace queen, of course. 7s in the big blind are gonna go bounty hunting. Ace on the flop, that will do. No 7, no sweat. No, nothing going on. Raise up blind at 31 bigs. Did come in here as our super shorty, right? Nice to see him up to 31 bigs in 3rd place. Plate with a king and a 10 and it's suited. Sticks it in. Thean Layout quickly rips ace king. Plate needs some diamonds or some 10s. A 9, that helps. Nope, no queen or 7. Plate's knocked the heck out of here. Thean Layout gets a bounty. And again, he would have been a great pick. I messed up. I went with Prof. What do you... He lost the flip. The jacks versus ace king. Nothing you can do about that one. And that's a pretty big pot to lose. There was a few call downs with the wrong... Well, the wrong pairs to have, you know? Prof had the wrong pairs. That's all we can really say. Just like getting pwned, it has the wrong pair here. Has the wrong card to go with his 7. Should have had an ace. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Didn't. We see a limp from Prof. Thean Layout might raise here. Nope, we're just going to a flop. Pair of 2s and a backdoor flush draw for Thean Layout. King on the river, that will do. Nice. Steal that one away from the pair of 2s. I was afraid. 3 big blinds for flex. He'll stick it in and Prof is going bounty hunting. Queen or 9 or jack. Nope. Prof will finally get that bounty. Nice. Boop-a-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Queen 9, trying to put some pressure on getting pwned, who has 10s in the big blind. Just plays call, and he's going to get at least one more bet out of Epilov. He's going to stick in the raise on the flop. Protect his hand here, get some value from 8s. 6 and 7, 9 straight draw. Who knows what else will come along. Maybe something with some backdoors. What's gonna happen here? 8 and a 9 in the muck for Epilov. Raise up blind, limping in. 8-4 suited. Valhenio is not a fan of the limp. Puts in a very tiny raise. Raise up blind does just let it go. Nicely done, Valhenio. Getting pwned with an ace and a queen. What do? We raise it up and we get it through. Uh-oh, no action for ace queen. That's no fun. Especially in a spot where getting pwned's just going to be raising up crazy. He's going to be raising up blind. He bad joke again. Still laughing at it. Still stupid. Epilov limping in this time. Okay. Ace high board. We'll stab on it. Backdoor flush in the pair of 8s for getting pwned. Epilov checking and slowing down. Ace on the river. Check from Epilov. pretty well locking things up here, unless Iplov pulls out some crazy bluff. Not gonna happen though. Getting pwned, limping on in, flopping open-ended. Raise up blind as a straight draw as well to a 5. Both players pair the jack. Do-ka-do-do, do-ka-do-do. 8 on the river, getting pwned. Is gonna get a nice little pot here. Quick call from raise up blind, and he sees the bad news. 53 bigs for getting pwned. King jack suited. I like raise, but he goes for call. I suppose you don't want to get 4-bet off your hand here. You do want to go to a flop. 10, 6, 4, 2 diamonds for you. Pretty good deal. 9 isn't too bad either. Ipalov's doing a good job of hanging in there in this pot. Diamond on the river. Ipalov hopefully finds a fold here. There's still king queen with a single diamond. Potentially king jack with a single diamond. Some sort of ace highs. Nah, probably mostly flushes. You know, he's probably gonna have suited aces over just random ace x hands. Like, does he have ace 9-0 there? Probably not calling, probably 3-betting or folding. We will see though. We'll see what he does with the old ace x raggedy hands. Ace 6 suited makes sense as a raise. Ace 9 for Valhenio rips, nicely done. Not afraid. Ace 6-0. Okay, so getting pwned at the very least. Early position raise will still take his spots with this ace x raggedy. Ace high board. Ipalov with the bottom pair will bet on out and take it down. King and a 10 on the button. Raise it up. Raise up blind comes along. Flopping 2 pair. Backdoor nut flush. Not a bad deal for raise up blind. Iplov with just middle pair might slow down at some point. Might bet small again here so he can check on the river. Looks like that's the play he's going with. And raise up blind puts in the raise. He kind of sniffs this out. Says let me get some value here because you're just going to check back the river, you fool. I mean, that's not always the case, right? Iplov could go 3 streets there. Thean Liao takes the king queen. Gonna need some help. Nope. Aces for getting pwned. Nice time to get aces. Uh-oh. Jacks play call for raise up blind. Kings for hitman. That's nice for our hero. We're gonna get this in. Sweat the jack. We sweat the jack. 32 bigs. Woot woot. Prof hitman hanging in there. Second place now. Raise up blind. Gonna have to fold king jack. That's no fun. Things have picked up in pace, let me tell you. Flush draw for getting pwned. 7 high will get the job done on the flop. Ace jack for hitman. Probably gonna get through. Nope, we're going to a flop. Pair of jacks for a hitman hero. A little bet, we'll take it right down on the flop. Valhenio limping in 7-10 and hitman says no way. I got an ace, bucko. Ooh, and he's got queens. What do we do in the small blind? I think all in. Or at least small raise, that'll work. Some sort of raising, you know. Prof hitman on the button, raising an ace. Flopping the nut flush draw. Getting pwned is going to come along with 6s with a heart. Picks up a straight draw to the 4. Same with hitman, but his is no good. 3 on the river. Quick check check. And getting pwned takes the pot. Way to hang in there with 6s. King 9 for hitman. He's staying aggressive. Ace 9 staying aggressive. Let's raise it up. Not afraid of getting pwned at all. Oh, that's a good freaking flop. And that's a good turn for hitman. I was going to say good flop for Valhenio. It still is. Still has the straight outs. Still has the hard outs. A 9 on the river giving both players a 2 pair, a 1-liner to a queen and 7. Hitman will just check and see the good news. On that flop, it doesn't look like Hitman's ace 9 is going to win the pot. Ooh, we got a big flip here. Getting pwned doesn't hit. Raise up blind holds. The old pocket 5s hang on in there. Wowie wee-wah. Does Iplav see raise up blinds cards? Obviously not, but queen 8 there. Getting ace 8 to fold. Pretty sweet deal. Ba-doo-boo-boo. 5-4 suited for Valhenio off 12 bigs. Thought about it. He's like, this is a hand I would play in many other circumstances. Not this one though. Top pair for getting pwned. We'll just get through. Do-do-do-do. Hitman with king jack. Jack 9 defends the big. Goes check check 9 on the turn. Pretty rude poker stars. Let's put a 10 out there. Queen on the river. Valhenio can jam for some value here. Could also just check call. Check and win most of the time. Just jam for value. Do-do-do-do. Getting pwned. With an ace and a 9. Raise up blind. Jamming the small pair again. Good deal for them to get that through. 22 big blinds for raise up blind. Iplav on 24. He hasn't done nothing wrong. He's just hanging on out. But nobody's busting. He's gonna limp in 3-9. Bad news. Bad time. Kings for getting pwned. We'll raise and take it pre. No action for the kings. What a shame. Limp pot. Both players pair in the 8. Goes check check. Check check. And check check. And we chop it up. Oh, that was stupid. That was super silly. Queen's in the big blind. Let's raise all in. Fortunately, no call. Ace king. Get no action this time around. Maybe 6-9 plays. 6-9 with no suit. Fold on the flop. Already move along. Raise up hitman. The prof. The teacher. The hero for the day. Ipalov. We've seen a lot of limping from Ipalov and then a stab on basically all boards as both players here have jacks. Let's see something dirty. Nope, not on that flop. 8-10-0 as blinds have gone up. Getting pwned, staying nice and aggressive, 46 bigs. The only player who's got anything to play with, really. These other players are going to struggle. Hitman not giving in. Not taking any of the rope. No, he's not. Ah, shit. Give up. 8 river. That's one that Hitman might bluff. Nope, not this time. Ba-doo boo boo. King 7 ripping it in. Ipalov folds queen 7. No surprise there. Ipalov limping it in. Backdoor flush draw taking a stab. More of that, eh, Ipalov? Race up blind getting pwned hasn't played back too much. Whoop, here we go. This gets in, doesn't it? Ace deuce. Do we call it off? We like to jam ace deuce more than we like to call it. Valhenio says, I'm getting it in bad here, aren't I? Ace 10 might be too good to fold. Surely he jams worse. Ace X. Valhenio says, no, I'm just gonna move along actually. We aren't going bounty hunting just quite yet. Ipalov with the queen and a 4. Flopping a pair. Leading on out. Getting pwned with a pair and a straight draw. Comes along to the river. Goes check check and Ipalov takes down 11 big blind pot. Boo 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 boo. Hitman staying nice and aggressive with the king 5 there. Off about 14 big blinds. Do. Thankfully they showed him some respect and they just moved along. King 10 for Ipalov under the gun. Shows he's not afraid of anybody either. Ace 8 in the big blind for a prof. He will just jam and get it through, right? Yes. Nicely done, Hitman. I was afraid that was just going to be a fold. Hitman not afraid. Only I'm the one who was afraid. Ipalov with 3 of a kind. Putting in a raise on the flop. Raise up blind with king high is gonna have to fold. Do-ka-do-do. Do-ka-do-do-do. Ace 8. Do we limp? More limping. Getting pwned does put in a raise here with king 10. Ipolov could jam, or he goes for the 9 big blind size. Interesting. King's in the big. Let's see a call for whatever reason. Nope, it's going to be a jam. Ipolov says, I cannot afford that right now. Not with queen 10, even for your bounty. Ace 9 suited gets through for the hitman. The hitman or the hitman. Should just be the prof. Do-ka-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Velhenio, that would be kind of wide. 7-10. Do-ka-do-do. Hitman limping in queen or a7. Faces a raise from the big blind. Jam it in. There it is. Nicely done. We'll take those chips there. Thanks, Ipolov. Do-do-do-do. Couple of king highs going to war here. Raise up blind. We'll take another stab. This one gets through for him. Velhenio thinking about it with 8-7, but he does think better of it. Pair of 9s for raise up blind. King high should be good here often and should take down the pot a lot, but not this time. Jack on the turn, that's good news for Ipolov. Deuce on the river. Go for some value. Do it. Be a nice thin value bet. Worst jacks. He probably doesn't have too many worst jacks, right? Like Jack 10 isn't calling on the flop. Maybe it is with backdoor suit. Yeah, probably not. Not off the short stack. It was a small bet, but I think it still would just fold. Ba-doo boo boo. Pair of kings for the prof. Velhenio with queen high. Nothing but backdoors, so he has to let it go. Limping in the 10-6, not gonna get to see a flop. I like the way Hitman's just saying, you know what guys, if I have an ace, I'm all in. Jack 10 suited, this is a fun one. Playing the min raise. King queen suited in the small blind. Comes along, queen high board, diamonds for prof. Do-do-do-do. Ipolov could put in the check raise here. Wouldn't be surprised with the backdoor spades. There it is. Hitman comes along, club on the turn. Stack to pot ratio about 1-to-1. Pretty small bet. Hitman comes along and does not hit the diamond on the river. That's a shame. If Ipolov checks, I hope he doesn't bluff. King Queen's probably going to find the call on the river. But Ipolov just jams himself instead. Aces for Velhenio. Ace deuce in the big blind just lets it go. Says this is not it. That's fun to see. But Jack deuce, oh, let's get in there. I'm in the small blind. I've already got half a blind put in here. Let's get going. Both players with a straight draw. 10 will do for both players. Hopefully Velhenio doesn't go for value. Just call, it's a paired board. Oh, he even folds. Holy shit, nicely done. Saving those chips as if he folded. Whoa. Wasn't expecting that. And then the raise with the 2-5. Whoa. So unfortunately Hitman down to 8.7 big blinds. That's no fun. Definitely don't like to see that. But they've done a great job of hanging in there. They were battling it out when they had the chips to do so. The cards just didn't go in their favor. So the prof is going to move along. We saw some real crazy shit from them, if we're being honest. Right from the get-go. It worked out well. Just unfortunately, now in the end, it's not working out. What the heck's going on here? 9 high, taking a stab, eh? Velhenio blocking, king queen, comes along to the river. Stack the pot ratio about 1-to-1 for raise up blind. Jam. Makes it straight on the river. Of course he goes for value. Velhenio thinking about it with queen high. Ba-doo boo boo, he does find the fold. Nice call on the turn there. Hitman will lay down Jack 4 in the big blind. 9-6 in the small, hit in the muck. Queen for Valhenio. No action for the queens. Aces for the hitman. Woot woot. Goes for the min raise. That looks like aces. No action for aces. That's a shame. He'll take the blinds though. Raise up blind. Ooh, aces. After ace king suited. That's pretty nice for them. Prof could always get excited with the king 8. Probably not though. We're just going 3 ways to a flop. 8 high board. 2 players with top pair. That's no fun. Aces are gonna get paid here. What does Valhenio do with Jack 8? Could you imagine if he folded? No, he puts in the raise. Prof hitman rips. Raise up blind with aces. What if he folds? Could you imagine? Whoa, what if he folds aces? That would be amazing for hitman. Do it. Fold aces. Yeah, he's not folding aces. Yeah, it's aces. Valhenio can fold now. King on the turn. Yes, full house. Hitman gets super lucky there. One of the 8s were dead. Hitman needed a king there. Obviously, the one last remaining 8 would have worked, but nonetheless, Hitman's up to 21 bigs. Raise up blind down to 11. Valhenio at 5. Getting pwned was our big stack for basically the whole final table, and he's folding ace 3 versus the small blind raise. Ipolov has been limping this whole time, and he set it up perfectly. Now that he's in first place, he can start raising, and it's just going to get so much respect. Holy moly, what a fun little final table. The dynamic has just changed. Boom, 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 boom. Hitman getting a walk. Jack 9 getting it in. Horrific timing. 10-9's going for the bounty, and he's going to see the bad news. Prof will fold. Jack 9 needs a lot of help, and 8 is not going to come for him. Hitman down to 17. That's a big pot for Ipolov, who's going to jam here. This could be a big flip. Pocket 8s are hard to fold four-handed, but Hitman does find a way to get away from it. King Jack O will just rip it in himself and get it through. Those 8s. I always call there. You're going to be flipping a lot. I'm always just dreaming of the pocket 7s, you know? Whoa. 8 on the turn, giving Hitman the straight. Ipolov slows down. Blocks the nuts on the river, but doesn't turn it into a bluff. King 8 just jams the small blind, getting it through, getting pwned. 3-4 jams, ace queen, quick call. 3 on the flop though. Oh no. Raise up blind he got pwned. That's unfortunate. Getting pwned gets a nice big bounty there. 25 bigs, important for them to 4-8 Ipolov. Staying aggressive, keeping the story up. Hitman with top pair on a paired board. What else calls you? Ace high? Ipolov will just give up. Nice check-in by Prof. Very little is going to call you there, so just let him try to bluff. As Ipolov gets no action with queens, but queens versus 9s? What the hell? Poker stars, are you serious? 9s quickly call. 9 on the flop, holy shit, just like that. Getting pwned gets pwned. Oh no. Well, at least the Prof's heads up. We'll get to learn a thing or two. Limping in 3-7, laying it down. Great first lesson, blinds go up. Queen Jack could raise, could just call. We'll put 10 million chips in there. 6-9 suited, we'll have to let it go. Ace and a deuce. What do? We call the flop. Making a pair. Diamonds complete on the turn. One liner to a 5 out there. Ipolov. Blocking 7-5, blocking diamonds. We'll stab. Hard to make a pair in poker and heads up, but Prof will just fold the bottom pair. Not too bad of a flop for Epila with the pair of fives. Quick fold from the king high, and we move along very swiftly. Look at all this pre-flop, no action. Prof down to 11 bigs. Just getting shit hand after shit hand. Nothing you can do about that. 5-6, are you serious, PokerStars? Now you have to raise or play just because you're like, well, it's connected enough. Completely whiffing on the flop. Bad turn. Fire away. Sure, why not? 10 high has to fold. Doo-ka-doo-doo. 3 deuce gets one through. That's very good for Epilov. Queen 10 suited versus ace high. This gets in. Queen or 10 running clubs. Nope. Prof will get a full double up to 20 bigs. Epilov has an interesting little straight draw with the backdoor flush draw. He's going to put it in the raise. Nicely done. I was wondering. King queen jams. Gets it through. Epilov with the queen and a 3 puts in the raise. Gets it through. 5's a jam. Very easy. Queen 3. What do we do? Limp it in. Okay. Epilov checks back. Top pair for Prof. Doing some checking. Letting Epilov try to catch up there. Or let him catch up a little bit. Bottom pair. Flush for Prof. Epilov slows down with that bottom pair. Again, one of those spots we saw Hitman before fold with the ace deuce. Epilov pays it out this time. Not surprised, because again, it's hard to make a pair in poker once your head's up. King and a 4 versus an 8 and a 4, but we don't get to see nothing. King and a queen for Prof, won't get to see nothing. 9 and a 7, and we won't get to see nothing. Ace and a 4, and we get to see jacks. Jacks go for the 3-bet. Hitman could jam. That's no good. We're gonna need an ace out there. A 4, spade, ace. That'll do. That'll do, dealer. Look who's got the lead now. Hitman with the big stack. 47 bigs. Ooh. Wasn't expecting that. I thought this thing was over. 2 pair for Hitman. Nice start for this. Ooh. Epilov's open-ended. Diamonds complete on the river. Epilov gets led into, so he just has to fold. 10-7 with a double gutter, going for a stab. No 8 or 5, so ew, we're going for a bomb. Oh, that's only 5 million into 16. Hitman's all in with his 3 of a kind. Ace queen, raise it on up and get it on through. It's just like that, Hitman. 46 bigs as the blinds go up. 12 for Epilov, just jamming the king high. Makes sense, move along. $10,000 bounty on Epilov's head. Ooh, we're gonna get it in here. 8 on the flop. Oh, but the 9. I didn't see the 9. Prof Hitman does finally get the W. Jeez. So Epilov did a great job getting bounties. 60k score for them. Some 70k for Hitman. That's not too bad. About 30k in bounties. Oh, we see the very last hand once again. So Hitman coming in here. Starting things off crazy. 4 and an 8. We're on the button. We got the big stack. Let's just get this in. Thean Leao says, welcome to the final table. Welcome to the final table. 3-bet right away. Prof says, getting pwned. Welcome to the final table. Let's just raise it on up. Super small is ridiculous. Just 1.8 million. That's silly. But at this point in the tournament, the big stacks, each pot, oh, look how big it gets. These guys just barely have enough to cover what's in the pot. The shorties, that is. So interesting final table. Went pretty darn quick. I'm glad Prof taught us how to make it, well, he got lucky, right? With the ace 4 versus jacks. We don't need to see it again. Prof gets lucky against Epilov. Epilov played a great game, got a bunch of bounties. Getting pwned played a great game. It was fun to see them with the big stack. Unfortunately, once it got 4-handed, they eventually just blinded down a little bit. Blinds went up as well, so nothing they could do about that. Good game all in all. Might have a few more left in scoop, so yeah, hopefully we see you there. Adios.